Be me, 36, corporate lawyer at prestigious firm in New York. Born to Chinese immigrant parents, grew up in Queens. First-generation American, always caught between two worlds. Spent my entire adult life rejecting my mother's traditional values. She wanted me to be obedient, feminine, focused on family. I wanted to be independent, successful, focused on career. We've been fighting about this for 15 years. Every family dinner turns into an argument. Every phone call ends in frustration. She doesn't understand my life. I don't understand hers. My mother is 62, came to America at 25. Married my dad through family arrangement. Never had a career, stayed home, raised me and my brother. Everything I swore I'd never be. Everything feminism taught me to reject. She's always criticized my choices, my lifestyle. You work too much, you need to find husband. You're too aggressive, men don't like that. You dress too masculine, where's your femininity? You're getting older, when will you give me grandchildren? Every conversation, the same nagging concerns. Every visit, the same disappointed looks. She doesn't understand modern women, modern life. Doesn't understand that I don't need a man to be complete. That career success is valid, that I'm happy this way. Or at least I tell myself I'm happy. This weekend is Chinese New Year family dinner. Mom's been planning for weeks, making traditional food. My brother David is coming with his wife and 2 kids. I'm coming alone as always, the perpetual single daughter. Arrive at my parents' house in Queens Saturday evening. Can smell the food from outside. Mom's been cooking all day. Let myself in, immediately hear the chaos. David's kids running around, wife helping mom in kitchen, dad watching TV, brother setting the table. Traditional family scene I've always felt apart from. Ah, you're here finally, mom says when she sees me. Not hello, or I'm glad you're here, just acknowledgement. Traffic was bad. Sorry I'm late. You're always late, always working too much. Here we go, not even 5 minutes in. Dinner is a usual affair, everyone around the table. Mom keeps putting food on my plate, way too much. Eat more, you're too skinny, you don't take care of yourself. I'm fine, mom, eat plenty. You eat takeout, not real food, not healthy. David and his wife exchange glances, here we go again. Mom turns her attention to more pleasant topics. David, how is work? How are the kids doing in school? He updates her. She beams with pride. So successful, and such a good father. And Lisa, you're doing a wonderful job with the children. His wife smiles, accepts the praise graciously. Then mom looks at me, the comparison inevitable. And you, still no boyfriend, still just working all the time. Feel my jaw clench, forcing calm response. I'm up for partner this year, mom. That's important. Partner, always career. When will you have life? My career is my life. That's what I chose. Mom shakes her head, disappointed as always. I didn't come to America for you to be alone. I came so you could have good life, good family. I have a good life. I'm successful. I'm independent. Independent, she says the word like it's poison. Independent means alone, means no one to care for you. This same argument we've had 1,000 times. Mom, I don't need someone to take care of me. I take care of myself, just pine. She's quiet for a moment, then speaks carefully. You think I was weak because I stayed home. You think I wasted my life because I didn't have career. I never said that. I just made different choices. Your choices leave you alone at 36 with nothing. The words sting more than expected. I have plenty. I have my career, my apartment, my life. You have things. You don't have people. Things don't keep you warm at night. Things don't take care of you when you're sick. Things don't give you grandchildren or family. Feel defensive and hurt simultaneously. Feminism taught me I don't need those things to be fulfilled. Mom actually laughs, bitter sound. Feminism, always feminism with you. Feminism didn't teach you to be happy. Just taught you to be alone and call empowerment. The observation cuts deeper than I want to admit. Rest of dinner is tense, awkward silence. After the kids finish eating, mom starts clearing dishes. Lisa jumps up to help. They work together easily. I sit there, unsure whether to help or not. Always felt uncomfortable in Mom's kitchen, like I don't belong there, like it's not my space. David pulls me aside after dinner. You okay? That was pretty rough in there. I'm fine. It's always like this with Mom. Maybe she has a point, though. Look at my brother, surprised. What do you mean? I mean, look at your life objectively. You work 80 hours a week. You're alone. You seem stressed. Is that really better than what Mom built? Feel betrayed. Thought he'd be on my side. You sound just like her. Like I'm a failure. I'm not saying you're a failure. You're incredibly successful. But are you happy? Genuinely happy? The same question everyone keeps asking. I'm satisfied with my accomplishments. That's not what I asked. Before I can respond, Lisa calls us back. Time to cut the New Year cake. Family tradition. We gather around. Mom lights candles. Makes a wish in Chinese. Something about family harmony. Look around the table at everyone. David and Lisa holding hands, smiling at each other. Their kids excited about cake, about being together. Mom and Dad sitting close, comfortable after 35 years. And me, sitting alone, phone in my hand, checking work emails during family celebration. Drive home that night thinking about Mom's words. About having things, but not people. About independence, meaning alone. About feminism, teaching me to be isolated. Arrive at my apartment, expensive and empty. High-rise in Manhattan, exactly what I wanted. Floor-to-ceiling windows, modern furniture, perfect kitchen. That I never cook in because I'm always working. Sit on my designer couch in the dark. Look around at my accomplishments, my things. Everything I worked for, everything I achieved. And feel desperately, crushingly alone. Monday morning back at work, burying myself in cases. This is what I'm good at. This is where I thrive. Lunch with my friend Rachel, also a lawyer. She's 38, same trajectory as me, same choices. How was Chinese New Year with the family? The usual disaster. Mom on my case about being single. Rachel nods sympathetically. My mom's the same way. Jewish mother guilt is real. Wants grandkids constantly. Why do they not understand our choices? Because they're from different generation. When they grew up, women didn't have options. We both nod, comfortable in our shared narrative. That we're enlightened, they're outdated. That we chose freedom, they chose limitation. But something nags at me this time. Can I ask you something honestly, Rachel? Are you happy, like genuinely fulfilled? She looks surprised by the question. I'm successful. I make good money. I'm independent. That's not what I asked. She's quiet for a long moment. I don't know. I don't let myself think about it. If I think about it too much, I start questioning everything. We finish lunch in contemplative silence. Week later, Mom calls me midweek. Unusual. Can you come to dinner this weekend, just you? Why, what's wrong? Nothing wrong. I want to talk to you. About what? Just come, please. Your father will be out with David. Agree reluctantly. Worried what this is about. Saturday, arrive at parents' house. Just Mom there. She's made my favorite dishes, clearly planned this. We eat in unusual silence. She's not nagging for once. After dinner, we sit in the living room with tea. I want to tell you something. Mom starts. I've been thinking about what you said at New Year. About me thinking you wasted your life. Wasn't expecting this conversation. I don't think your career is waste, she continues. I'm proud you're successful, proud you're smart. But I worry about you, about your life. Feel defensive walls going up. Mom, I'm fine. I don't need you to worry. Let me finish, please. Just listen. Force myself to be quiet. Let her speak. When I came to America at 25, I had nothing. No education, no English, no skills for American workplace. I married your father because that was the option I had. Never heard her talk about this so openly. I didn't choose to stay home because I was weak. I stayed home because that's how I could contribute. I raised you and David. I managed the household. I made it possible for your father to build his business. She's getting emotional, voice wavering. I gave up a lot. Yes, I had no career, but I built something important. I built a family. I built a life that had meaning and connection. Tears in her eyes now. You think feminism liberated you from my life. But I look at you, and you seem more trapped than I ever was. Trapped by work, trapped by independence. Trapped by this idea that you don't need anyone. Her words hit hard, landing in my chest. I had your father to support me when times were hard. I had you and David to give my life purpose. I had family and community and connection. What do you have when work isn't enough? Can't answer, throat too tight. I see you at 36, alone, working all the time. Making money, but not making memories. Building career, but not building relationships. And it breaks my heart because I wanted better for you. Start crying? Can't hold it back anymore. I thought you wanted me to be traditional like you. I wanted you to be happy. That's all I ever wanted. I thought you disapproved of my choices. I disapprove of you being alone and calling it success. We cry together, years of misunderstanding between us. You were right to get education, right to have career, but you were wrong to think that meant rejecting everything else. Wrong to think independence meant isolation. Wrong to think career could replace family. She reaches over, holds my hand. I chose family over career because I had to. You're choosing career over family because you think you should. But neither of us chose happiness first. Neither of us asked what would actually fulfill us. Sit with this truth, this painful realization. What do I do now, Mom? I'm 36. I built this life. You change it. It's not too late. You're young still. You can still have family. You can still find balance between work and life. But it feels impossible too late. How? I don't even know how to meet people anymore. I work all the time. Everyone I know is from work. Then work less. Make time for life. It's not that simple. It is that simple. You just have to choose it. Mom stands up, goes to her room, comes back with a photo album, old one, opens to pictures of her as a young woman. In China, before she came to America. This was me at 23. I had dreams too. I wanted to be a teacher, wanted to see the world. Instead, I came here, married your father, had you. She's looking at the photos with wistful expression. Do I regret it? Sometimes I wonder what if. But then I look at you and David and my grandchildren, and I know I built something that matters, something that will outlast me. She closes the album, looks at me directly. Your career will not hold your hand when you're dying. Your success will not visit you when you're old. Your independence will not comfort you when you're alone. Only people do that. Only family does that. The truth is undeniable and devastating. But you always seemed so traditional, so against my choices, because I could see where they were leading, to exactly where you are now, alone and unfulfilled. But you called it independence and success. So I couldn't reach you, couldn't make you see. All these years of fighting, of misunderstanding. She was trying to protect me from this loneliness, from this empty success that looks good but feels hollow. Stay at Mom's house that night, in my old room, surrounded by childhood memories and old photos. Can't sleep, keep thinking about everything she said. About building things versus building career. About connection versus independence. About happiness versus success. Next morning, Mom makes breakfast like she used to. We eat together, comfortable silence for once. Mom, I'm sorry for dismissing your life all these years. For thinking your choices were less valid than mine. For believing feminism meant rejecting everything you were. She reaches over, touches my cheek. You were young, you were finding your way, but now you're old enough to see the truth. That there are many ways to be a woman. That my way wasn't wrong, just different from yours. And your way isn't wrong either, just incomplete. Spend that day with Mom, really talking for first time. She tells me about her life, her choices, her regrets. About coming to America, scared and alone. About learning to love Dad through arranged marriage. About finding purpose in raising us. About the sacrifices she made willingly. I tell her about my life, my loneliness, my doubts. About the pressure to succeed, to prove myself. About the fear of ending up alone. About wondering if I made wrong choices. We cry together, laugh together, connect finally. After years of fighting, we're finally understanding each other. You don't have to choose between career and family, she says. You can have both. You're smart enough, capable enough. You just have to want both, have to make space for both. She's right. I've been so focused on proving her wrong, on proving I could succeed without traditional life, that I never stopped to ask what I actually wanted. Following weeks, I start making changes. Leave work at 6 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. Join a community group. Meet people outside work. Start cooking at home instead of ordering takeout. Visit my parents more, build relationship with mom. One Saturday, mom invites me to her weekly mahjong group. Her friends, all Chinese immigrant women her age. I've avoided these gatherings for years. Saw them as traditional, outdated, not for me. But go this time for mom and maybe for myself. The women welcome me warmly, include me immediately. They're playing mahjong, but also talking, laughing, sharing stories about their lives, their families. Mrs. Wang talks about her daughter, the doctor. She's like you, very successful, very independent. But she also got married last year, very happy now. Mrs. Chen adds, my son was too focused on career. We worried he'd end up alone like you. But he met someone at 38, they just had a baby. The casual like you stings, but also validates. I'm not the only one on this path. Not the only one who chose career first and wondered later. Mrs. Liu, who's been quiet, speaks up. You know what I've learned in 65 years? Success means nothing if you have no one to share it with. Money means nothing if you have no one to spend it on. Accomplishments mean nothing if no one cares. The other women nod, agreeing with earned wisdom. I worked in factory for 30 years, Mrs. Liu continues. Saved every penny, wanted to be independent. Now I'm retired, have lots of money, and I'm alone. My husband died, my children are busy, I have no one. She looks at me directly, don't be like me. Don't wait until it's too late to build connections. Don't sacrifice relationships for success. Because success is empty when you're alone with it. Drive home that day really thinking about these women, about their earned wisdom, their life experience, about mom and her friends who chose differently than me, who chose family and connection over career and independence. Are they happy? Looking at them today, mostly yes. Are they fulfilled? They seem to be genuinely. Do they have regrets? Probably everyone does. But they have people, they have connection, they have meaning. That night, call Rachel, my lawyer friend. Can I ask you something about your life? Sure, what's up? Do you think we made a mistake, choosing career over everything? Long pause. She's thinking seriously. I've been wondering the same thing lately. I'm 38, successful, and completely alone. I tell everyone I'm happy, but I'm not. I'm lonely and scared and wondering what it was all for. Her honesty breaks something open. My mom was right all along, I tell her. She tried to warn me, but I wouldn't listen. Thought she was old-fashioned and sexist. But she was just trying to save me from this. Rachel is quiet, processing. What are we supposed to do now? I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. Going to stop working 80 hours a week. Going to make space for actual life. 3 months after that conversation with mom. I've cut my hours significantly, made partner anyway. Started dating someone I met through friends. Nothing serious yet, but it's nice he's kind. Visiting my parents every weekend now. Helping mom cook, learning her recipes finally. Building the relationship we should have had all along. One Sunday, mom and I are making dumplings. Something we've done together since I was little. But I stopped years ago, too busy, too modern for this. Now I'm back, learning again, appreciating it. You seem different, mom says. More relaxed, more at peace. I feel different, I think I'm happier. She smiles, continues folding dumplings. You're finally finding balance. Finding what I was trying to tell you all these years. That success without connection is empty. That independence without love is lonely. That career without family is incomplete. Look at my mom, really see her for first time. Not as obstacle or opponent in my feminist journey, but as wise woman who tried to protect me, who tried to share her earned wisdom. who tried to save me from mistakes she could see coming. I'm sorry I didn't listen sooner, Mom. I'm sorry I dismissed your life and your wisdom. She reaches over, squeezes my hand. You had to learn it yourself, I understand. Western feminism taught you to reject everything I am, to see traditional women as oppressed and weak. But you're finally seeing that's not the whole truth. She's absolutely right, that's what I believed. That she wasted her life, that she had no choice. That her generation was trapped by circumstances. But looking at her now, at her life, at what she built, she seems more fulfilled than I've ever been. More connected, more loved, more purposeful. TFW, you spent 15 years rejecting your traditional mother. TFW, you thought feminism meant rejecting everything she stood for. TFW, you're 36, successful, and desperately alone. TFW, your mother was trying to warn you all along. TFW, she built family and you built career. TFW, her life seems more fulfilling than yours. TFW, you finally understand what she was trying to say. TFW, independence meant isolation all along. TFW, success without connection is empty. TFW, your traditional immigrant mother was right. Still believe in women having choices and careers. Still think my education and success matter. Still value independence and self-sufficiency. But now understand that's not everything. That connection and family matter too. That my mother's choices weren't weakness. That traditional doesn't mean oppressed. That different generations have different wisdom. Mom didn't waste her life staying home. She built something I'm only now learning to appreciate. She created family, connection, community. Things money and success can't buy. Things career and independence can't replace. I thought I was enlightened and she was trapped. Really, I was isolated and she was connected. I thought I was empowered and she was oppressed. Really, I was lonely and she was loved. That's what 36 years and lots of pain taught me. That my traditional Chinese mother understood something. That Western feminism couldn't teach me. That success means nothing without people to share it with. That independence means nothing without connection. That career means nothing without family. She tried to tell me for 15 years. I finally listened when the loneliness became unbearable. When success stopped feeling like enough. When independence started feeling like prison. Now at 36, I'm rebuilding. Rebuilding my relationship with Mom. Rebuilding my understanding of fulfillment. Rebuilding my life to include both career and connection. It's not too late, Mom assures me of that. But I wasted a lot of years learning this lesson. Years I could have spent building relationships. Building the life Mom tried to guide me toward. If I hadn't been so certain she was wrong. So convinced feminism meant rejecting her wisdom. So sure that traditional meant oppressed. Now I know better, finally know better. My traditional mother wasn't my enemy. She was my greatest advocate all along. Trying to save me from the loneliness she could see coming. From the empty success I was building. From the isolated independence I was choosing. She was right all along. And I'm grateful I learned it while there's still time. To change, to grow, to build what matters. To honor both her wisdom and my choices. To find balance between career and connection. Between independence and family. Between success and fulfillment. That's what being 36 and finally listening taught me. That my immigrant mother's traditional wisdom was more valuable than any feminist theory. More true than any modern ideology. More loving than any professional success. She was right all along, and I was too proud to see it, until I was alone enough to feel it. Until I was successful enough to know it wasn't enough. Until I was 36 and desperate enough to listen. Better late than never, Mom says. Better learning than staying lost. Better connection than lonely success. She's right about that too. She's right about everything. Always has been. I just finally learned to listen. To my traditional Chinese mother. Who knew all along what I was too modern to see. That some wisdom transcends generations. That some truths transcend ideology. That some love transcends understanding. Until you're ready to receive it. I'm ready now, finally ready. To learn from her, to honor her wisdom, to build a life she tried to show me. That includes both achievement and connection, both success and family, both independence and love. That's what she was teaching all along, while I was too busy rejecting her. To see she was trying to save me from exactly where I ended up, alone at 36, successful and empty. To my traditional mother, who was right all along.